Hello, hello. Today I wanted to talk about filling our creative wells, noticing our creative energy and working with that. And also perhaps thinking about different seasons of creativity. And some seasons are super productive and some seasons are about nourishment and replenishment. So the reason I'm chatting to you about this today is because every July I feel an energy shift in my own creativity. I feel that there's a gear shift and I go from a more possibly kind of external, outward facing, productive energy to a slightly more internal, replenishing, retreating, filling my creative well. And it happens every year about the same time. And I don't know whether it's summer or it's just I'm half a year in and it just feels like a change. And I love being productive, creative, creating things. So I create lots of things. I create paintings and I work in my sketchbooks and I create online classes and I do a weekly blog and a weekly video. But when it comes to the summer, there's this shift and I can't do all of these creating endeavours unless I have spent some time really filling my creative well. So how do I do that? I tend to carve out some space. So I really mindfully clear out something in my diary, something in my life to create more space for replenishment and for nurturing. And what I tend to do are things like walking in nature, more resting, journaling, daydreaming, going to art galleries, reading about art, looking at art, really just spending time outside, going to different places, seeking different experiences. It's a kind of conscious filling up of my creative well. And so what I tend to do in the summer is I pause my YouTube videos, I pause my weekly newsletter, which is probably terrible for algorithm, but really good for my kind of creative soul. I feel that I can't always have an outpouring and sometimes I have to kind of pour in. So this is going to be my last video of the summer and then I'll have a little pause and I'll come back with renewed energy, renewed enthusiasm, renewed ideas because I've spent some time nurturing, nourishing myself, my creativity, but also acknowledging my energy and kind of going with that. It's like a natural energy ebb and flow for me. I remember my dad used to call it end of termitis when I was little, and it would get to the end of term and I would just always be tired and poorly and just need a real pause. So that's what I am doing for myself, and I just think it's a good thing to think about, isn't it? As creative beings, as people who create, as artists, or whatever you create, how do you replenish? So I'm going to be spending lots of time outside. I'm going to be also playing with materials with no real end game or agenda. So I often will just maybe have a couple of days getting art materials out, exploring, playing, with no ambition of something good at the end. Nothing at all. Give myself complete permission just to make a beautiful mess and to see if I enjoy something along the way, find something out. So I think during the summer, I acknowledge that my energy is different. I lower the expectations of myself and what is possible and what I can achieve. And I really actively try and fill my creative well. And it might be that your kind of energy ebbs and flows are really different to mine and they have different seasons. But I always find that the summer is just a time for me to go more inward and to be more reflective and to rest and nurture and nourish. Come September, I'm more ready to, I don't know, share and be more externally facing and more about output. Whereas in the summer, it's much more about input and how I am really helping myself. So I hope that was helpful, but I also just wanted to say a massive thank you. I love creating videos. I love creating blogs. Please don't think I don't. I really do. But I also love a little pause. So I'll be back, and I just wanted to say a big thank you. I really appreciate all your lovely support and enthusiasm. It means the world to me, and I can't wait to pop back into your inboxes and lives.